Okay, great. Thank you. Welcome to the May 16, 2017 meeting of the Sherborn Board of Selectmen, and we'll ask if Diane, our Assistant Town Administrator, would read through the agenda.
Good evening. Tonight we're going to vote to approve or amend the agenda and add topics not reasonably anticipated by the chair 48 hours in advance. Public comment, but I believe I pulled the sheet mic and there's nobody public comment for tonight.
Good.
First on the agenda is consideration of reorganization of the Board of Selectmen, then a consideration of a reserve fund transfer for the legal budget, and then consideration of the revised CM&D Director, Facilities Manager job description. And then under Selectmen items, reports and updates, our next meeting calendar for May 25th, 2017, and consideration of draft minutes.
Okay, anybody have anything to add to the agenda?
Move to approve. Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, agenda's approved. We have no public comment?
Oh,
We do have public comment? Oh, Addie, do you want to comment? Might as well.
Am I on there officially?
You're not on there.
I just put you on.
We're going to put you on there.
Let's go.
I just put you on there, Addie.
Forge your signature. Grab a mic.
Addie.
Go on up to the desk.
And the guest topic is housing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm official. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I just wanted to let everyone know that the final draft of the housing production plan has been received, and it is on the town website on first homepage at the top, thanks to Jeannie, and is available for everyone to look at. Please review it. It is 85 pages long. It's a PDF, but you should be able to jump around and look at the topics that interest you, and if there are errors, to please let us know. Next week on Thursday, May 25th, Jennifer Goldson, the consultant that we've been working with, is coming to present the plan. And her presentation, we anticipate about 45 minutes of presentation, and then some time for a few questions, but it would be ideal if there's concerns or issues to have a heads up prior to next Thursday so that those questions may be addressed rather than coming out of left field. We've done our best. No plan is perfect. And thanks to everyone for the support.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, next we have consideration of reorganization of the Board of Selectmen. So we need to pick a chair, a vice chair, and a clerk. And motions for reorganizing do not require a second.
Move to reorganize.
Okay. Any proposals?
I'll nominate Mike as chair again this year.
And I'll nominate Paul as the vice chair.
Okay.
I'll nominate Chuck as clerk.
Okay. Any further nominations? All in favor of that slate? Say aye.
Aye.
All right.
I'll abstain.
All right. You're allowed to
Thank you.
abstain.
I abstained. All right, thank you. So that's the new board. And congratulations to Paul and Mark on re-election, too.
Thank you.
Next, we have consideration of a reserve fund transfer. Diane, do you want to walk us through?
Mike, can I just open our word?
Oh, you guys are meeting on this, too? Okay, sure, yeah, George, open the meeting.
You guys.
That's great.
So I'm just going to open our meeting for advisory. Barb,
Yes.
do
Do you all have any copies?
you want a copy of it? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You got one? That's pretty easy. All right, I'll take it.
Okay. Diane, do you want to walk us through this?
Okay. So currently, the legal bills for council have been running at the rate of about $17,000 a month. And Sharon, our finance director, did a breakdown of the bills. And I also received a memo from town council with a further breakdown of why, the bills have been so high, what individual, the 40Bs are in litigation that we've been in that is driving the legal bill.
And there's been a lot of activity this year.
Yeah, there
There's been a
has.
tremendous amount of activity compared to the other years.
Yeah, and the budget, the budget was for 70,000.
Right.
There was a reserve fund transfer in January for 60,000. And now we're asking for another 77.
Sharon, is that going to get us through the end of the year?
That's what we're hoping.
We're hoping it will, yes. But I do want to point out that, last year we had a budget of 65,000 and we came in at almost 178,000. So it's, it's something that's been going on. And, as you can see, there's a lot of things going on, as Diane mentioned. So.
And Sharon, can you just tell us, I know you sent an email with the breakdown, but where we stand on the reserve fund transfer now and what we'll have left in it after this request?
Okay, after this request, let's see, currently, we have a remaining balance of 253,000 in our reserve fund. So this is gonna bring it down, obviously to like the 180s. There are, a few things that are pending, but and the reason we're not talking about them today is because we're hopeful with the new modern Municipal Modernization Act, we can just move some budgets around and, we're keeping a watchful eye on everything, so.
So the remaining, like you said, you have 189,000 of pending
And 77 of that is illegal.
physical legals,
And,
and then the other 110 is what
is-
you're
I
hoping
think
at
we're
year end
gonna-
maybe can be
We're gonna
transferred.
move things around,
Okay.
yes. And I've been talking with the auditors about it, and so far it looks good. Like we're gonna just be able to move things, so.
Are we gonna be at this level next year?
Um,
Not knowing a lot of these timelines.
oh, you mean for legal fees?
Yeah. Are we at this stage?
Could be hard to control when people are trying to do 40B developments and suing the town on other matters and submitting lots of public record requests and everything else, things that require council attention. Most of this stuff is stuff that's it's not stuff the town has gone out and sought legal counsel on, it's stuff that's been thrust upon us.
The budget for next year is only 80,000.
And that was intentional.
Right. Because you can't
You can't predict.
plan on it, so.
A number of the cases where we've incurred costs are still pending, so there will be additional costs next year, so.
Remind me what the reserve fund is for next year?
Do you remember, Sharon?
It's 150,000.
Total?
Yes.
It's higher, originally, it used to be 100. This year we had a much larger reserve fund because of the change to the trend budgeting that we did. But next year we're not, it's gonna be back down to a little higher than it used to be, but still a lot lower than we had this year.
We would chew the whole thing up,
Yep.
and then some.
Just with legal,
That's what I mean.
tonight, it takes a
So
whole
forget it.
reserve fund.
Yeah, I remember we used to run this place on a $50,000 reserve fund. Wasn't that long ago.
Too many lawyers, too much litigation.
I think there is a lot of litigation. Three litigation matters made up about $100,000 worth of, three litigation matters and some labor negotiations. There's about $100,000 of this expense. The labor negotiations you can plan for, but that was a fraction of that 100. The rest of it was litigation that we really can't plan for.
But even over 5 years, it's 114,000 is the average of 5 years. It's
Right.
well above what we're budgeting.
Right, well, that's been intentional budgeting
Yeah, no,
at
I know.
that level.
But if our reserve is so low, maybe we need to
Right.
budget higher.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't look like we've got a good shot at getting down to what we budgeted.
Yeah, I see the reason. We need also don't see any, unless somebody suggests that we can do a better job of managing this, which I'm not hearing. I'm not sure we've got much choice here.
And we've got town council on instructions to do what they need to do to protect the town, you know, where they can step back, they step back.
And we negotiated the retainer agreement, and it's a good retainer fee, and the firm has had to eat some costs. The law firm, KB, has eaten some of those costs. So it's really the billings outside of the retainer agreement that are driving the costs.
Maybe one thing to consider is if we get a lower hourly rate if you went with a higher retainer. You know, if we're giving them more guaranteed revenue, they might go for a lower rate. We can evaluate whether that's advantageous to us or not.
We kind of danced that dance last year. didn't
Yeah,
we?
no, I know. I remember you did. But I don't know whether there's something there or not.
I think we're up for renewal
Yeah, I
in a
have.
month, so that's a discussion we could have with town council. But, you know, the thing is, it's hard to agree to a retainer that's higher than the amount that we budgeted for legal fees for the year.
No, I understand, but we've never been below 100,000 or 91,000 in 5 years.
I get it, but I mean, if we budgeted for a retainer of 91, but we've been approved by town meeting for a, what was it, a $70,000
Yeah,
legal budget, that's kind of hard. I think it's hard for us to do that,
yeah,
unless we go out right away for a reserve fund transfer, then,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
because we would have contracted for more than we know the town budgeted for.
And there's items here that just don't even fall under retainer, right?
Right.
That's what,
Not even covered by it.
litigation is not covered by the retainer, it's unpredictable. And then there's just, you know, some extraordinary things that don't come in under the retainer.
So even if you went dollar for dollar with your town meeting, but you already know you're going over, because if you're in the middle of litigation, day one, you're beyond it.
And some of the general chemical
Yeah,
costs.
unless
are
someone
reflected,
sells. That's right, general chemical.
General chemical.
And some other stuff too. What are we gonna do?
So who goes first? Advisory or?
You guys can go first.
Thanks, George. Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the override and the reserve fund transfer in the amount of $77,000. All in favor?
Can I vote for it? That one in favor?
Yeah.
I'll take a motion to approve a reserve fund transfer for 7. Second. Any other discussion? All those in favor? 5, no, thank you. So I'm going to adjourn our meeting. That's the only item we had.
We're just getting to the interesting
We are too.
I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay,
All right, we're going to walk out of the next advisory hearing.
I'm going to stay.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm going to stay. Just made it easier to have one meeting, so.
Okay. Catching up. Next is consideration of a revised CM&D Director, Facilities Manager job description.
I'm not going to recuse myself.
You're recusing, Mr. Colleen is recusing on this. Okay. Town Administrative Personnel Board review the job description. And do you know specifically what the changes were? David's memo doesn't say
There was
that.
no changes made to the actual job duties. One of the things that was done is the title was changed from Facilities Director to Facilities Manager. And they changed reports directly to, they put just the town administrator there.
Okay.
And basically, the other stuff was just kind of words on play, but nothing that was specific to any duties that the selectmen hadn't already approved.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through the job duties in some detail, and I didn't see any changes.
They really aren't, no, there was just a few, change this word to make it sound better this way, then.
Right, there's some words.
And then reporting to relations, they put directly to the town administrator there. But really, that was about it.
We're doing great with that at CMD Director. We got that Goulding Woodland work done today.
We did.
It's really moving right along.
Were the traffic jams in South Central Sherborn today?
Yes.
There were.
We call that SOWA.
I would move to approve the amended job description.
Okay, I'll second.
Second.
Mark second, okay. All in favor? Aye, great. Guess Sean can come back in.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Great, we've caught up. Okay, reports and updates. Anybody have a selectman report?
Well, as I think everybody knows, I was our representative to the school committee negotiating team with the teachers, and the negotiating team and the union came to agreement last week, and it's all being finalized and written up, and the school committees and the union will be ratifying the contract in the next couple of weeks.
That's great.
So
Mark, that was a lot of work, and thank you for representing the board and the town on that.
it was an educational experience for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can recommend it. The other item was following up on our general chemical discussions. I did reach out to David Linsky, and he and I have been playing phone tag.
Oh, good.
But I'll keep on that, and with the idea of trying to see what other resources we might be able to bring in to supplement the 1.8 million that's currently out there for this cleanup.
That's great.
Then
Anything more on that? Sean, anything? Selectmen reports?
No, well, I have something Diane might be able to help with, and it's more of an informational thing that will come to fruition over the next month or so. People, and I just want people to be aware, there's a lot of trees in town that have blue labels on them, and those represent trees that Eversource has identified as needing to be removed. They can be grouped in almost three groups. There's a group that are on town property in the town right away or in Eversource right away, where they have the right to just take them down, or the town could. Those represent a lot of trees that would cost a lot of money that Sherborn would have to pay if they fell, or if Eversource wasn't doing it. I believe we will be notifying the town that that's going to happen, but there's no approval. They've deemed that they need to come down. There's another group of privately owned trees that Eversource has chosen should come down. Apparently they have releases from those residents that own the trees. And then there's the third group, which in Sherborn we know that any scenic road, any shade tree on a scenic road has to have a hearing. They're developing that portion of the list and working, I believe, with our office to
We're working with the planning board, Gino,
right,
to set that
to
up.
set that up, send
Yep.
the cards out, and have those hearings. So there's going to be a significant amount of tree work done in town at no cost to the town, by the way. So this is just the first. I hope you'll hear of it, so that there isn't a big shocker in July or August. Whenever they start, the trees start coming down. They're not healthy trees. They're mostly dangerous trees that we're lucky that they're going to pay to take down. Really.
any sense of how many trees are on the scenic roads?
I do not. I spoke with John briefly today about that and some other stuff, and I don't know.
I don't have the list
It's
either.
a working
I
list
was just
that
gonna
I
say
know
it's a
that
working list.
they identified it.
Hundreds or dozens?
I don't think it's hundreds of trees. I think it's a fair amount though. I can get you the information and email it to you tomorrow. I can.
You've got a list, that's very good. We're probably going to need to do
Michael
some
will tell
outreach
us.
on that.
Yeah.
We're not going to do anything with it anyway.
I mean, it's a good.
I was just concerned that residents would start to see those blue tags, have no idea what they were.
We've had a few calls already about that. We've explained to people what they are.
Right.
They sent letters. Eversource did.
What's
You
that?
were an Eversource customer, they sent a letter telling you that this company would be walking around, selecting trees, and, or I got one. And then I saw the guy.
And you actually read it.
Yes, I actually read it.
It's interesting.
I have a question, Sean. When the times I met with Ed Wagner, he prepared his own list. So I'm wondering if we could compare the two lists. He had a list that was prioritized also once the depots would come down. From the town's perspective, not that we want the town to fund it, but it might be worth comparing the two lists to see. I'm not sure, I presume you left it somewhere.
Hopefully a lot of Ed's list will drop off.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. But,
Because they come
perhaps it's a
significantly
way
cheaper when we
where
get to watch them do it.
going is that there's a few that are like on the fence that we can convince that we're sort of starting.
Well, I know that
Yeah.
our tree warden has walked the town with their people,
Yeah.
and they have some highly qualified people.
Yeah.
It's certainly not every tree, because part of the reason I had the conversation with John today was a couple of trees at Woodland and Goulding that are still in danger, and we probably need to address that at some point. I'm not prepared to do that, but there's still going to be trees out there
Oh, yeah.
Still in danger, you mean in terms of coming down?
needing to come down.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not going to. They're looking at their asset. They need to keep those primary wires up.
Right.
So they're going to look at that. If there's a tree across the street that looks like it's not going to take their wire, they don't care.
Yeah, no, I know.
If it's ours and it's dangerous to the road, we do.
Steve and I did it in conjunction with reviewing Ed's tree budget.
Right.
So, and he has, just like we did with vehicles, he has to prioritize this for the tree budget
Right.
also.
And it's been woefully underfunded. The good thing is Eversource is probably going to make a dent in it bigger than we've seen in decades, I would think.
Anything else? That would be good for some excitement later.
Yeah.
Any other reports?
Let's just-
Move it.
Let's make sure there are no legal fees involved with that. So,
Don't count on it. It involves trees. So there's a couple of announcements that we were asked to make. One is the George Fisk had an announcement about an event.
Yes, I didn't print it out.
Okay, I think Sean said he could maybe make that, that's.
I did. No, I didn't. Did I?
I
I
think you did.
forwarded it to all the selectmen.
I thought you said you could make that one, no? It's the dedication of, or a ceremony for the completion of that schoolhouse
Yes.
building over at the Barber Reservation.
I never responded to that.
You did?
Nah,
No.
you already got it. When is it?
Somebody did.
I don't know. I have to go pull the email and look
Ah,
pull it out
jeez.
yeah,
again.
I got it.
Chuck's got it.
The celebration event at Barber is on May the 20th, and it will begin at 2 p.m. It's the barn restoration, which is pretty amazing if you look at it.
Ironically, I definitely cannot make that.
You can't make that?
I
Okay,
cannot.
all right.
May 20th is this Saturday.
It is.
And I believe that George said that that is the oldest farm building in town. That's, maybe it's subject to that new bylaw that we consider a town meeting accessory storage shed, but they really did a great job renovating it. So May 20th, 2 p.m.
It's great, thanks. And the other is, we have to, on the revenue side, we have to collect $1 rent from the
Yeah, for the community.
community center, and we're looking for a volunteer from the board to go to the ceremonial
I think he just raised his name.
giving of the.
Having served on that board, I'm happy to do it
Yeah,
again.
that's good. Don't keep the dollar this time, Chuck. You gotta pass that on to the treasury.
Am I allowed to play liar's poker with it and try and double down? on
You
it?
should.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you should.
I'll make that motion.
Yeah.
Put in the reserve
Let's do
fund.
that. I'll self-fund it.
And you know what that is? I don't recall when that is offhand, but it's soon.
It's soon. It's the beginning of June.
June 5th, I think.
I missed one other announcement when they done.
Yeah, well, and one, yeah, go ahead. One more announcement. Or more announcements.
Well, since we're talking about May 20th, also the barbecue, the fire department's new version of the fireman's ball is the barbecue. That's this Saturday
Okay.
at the community center, right? Yeah. Yes.
Okay, all right. On this meeting calendar, next meeting is next Thursday, May 25th, that's at 6, right? And we're
No,
meeting-
that's
Oh,
starting at
moved it to
7.
That's at 7, okay,
now.
that's the one that's at 7. And that's to talk with, I think,
The
that is,
consultant's
that's just the
coming.
consultant on the
Right.
housing plan. Do we have any other business on that agenda?
No.
Okay,
just
that's the
that.
one we don't. And then on June 1st, we're having a meeting with an executive session, right?
With council, yes.
With council. And that's, so that's a meeting, but it's not going to end up being a meeting that we need to televise or.
Right,
or
because it'll be
have.
strictly executive session.
It's just executive session at this point. And then we have a lot of
That may
minutes.
change.
We have a lot of minutes.
A lot of minutes which we can go through. If somebody wants to make a motion, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and that gets us caught up through
Yes.
April, which is great.
Yeah.
Really good.
And these are terrific minutes. I have one suggestion going forward, which is a couple of meetings where people arrived late. I think we should just note it in the minutes.
Okay, I'll make sure that,
One
It
of
says
the-
right here, Selectmen Yan, not yet present. so-
Exactly, and let me, Mr. Young finally arrived at,
Exactly.
okay.
Okay.
but I would move to approve the minutes for, as presented for February 15th, February 23rd, March 2nd, March 16th, March 17th, March 18th, March 30th, April 13th, April 17th, and April 25th. Oh, wait,
I
I'm
don't see April
sorry.
17th.
Yeah.
I don't see it March 17th.
Right, I am doing 316 and 317, so let me do that again. February 15th, February 23rd, March 2nd, March 16th, March 18th, March 30th, April 13th, and April 25th.
Okay. Second, with a second, everybody has had a chance to look at these and comment on them if they want to? I know I went through most of them, Diane.
Paul did too.
Paul did too. I gave you comments and it.
You gave me comments
and they
on those
reflected-
changes, yeah.
Great, okay. All in favor of approving the minutes? Well, we're back on the town clerk's good list, maybe. This is excellent. Any further business? No? Record-setting meeting. Good motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, we're adjourned.
That is a